Hello everybody, I am making a video log today, a video diary. I think this kind of video, like video diaries, like they're very valuable for me whenever I watch other people doing them because it like gives me perspective or whatever. So I want to do that today. So I'm just going to talk about my life, and maybe that's maybe you learned something today, or maybe it's just an entertaining video to watch. I don't know. And it's thoughtful content, like it's not dopamine driven. Well, it's dopamine driven, but it's like not like short term oriented, like just watch it for any old reason just because it's there. Like the reason you clicked on this video is because you like introspective or thoughtful, or you just wanted to learn more or whatever. By the way, I have this, and I have this my phone with the light in my face just because I can see the recording, and for some reason the camera is like really weird. If I turn the brightness up really high, the frame rate just dies. It goes to like 5, 10, 20 frames per second, and it looks awful. It's all stuttery. So I had to turn the brightness all the way down, but now you can't really see very well, so I have to like hold this up to my face. Anyway, so I've been yapping on. Let me get into it. So I guess I'll start with just something that I've been interested in lately, which is Stoicism. If you know what Stoicism is, I don't need to say anymore. Just to explain what it is quickly, it's a ethical philosophy, a philosophy about how to live well, that's centered on the idea that if you focus your attention and you focus your efforts on what you can control, you're less anxious, you're less irritable, you're more considerate and understanding of people, that kind of thing. And it's also a very socially ethical philosophy also. If you read the text, you'll see one of the famous quotes is, what's not good for the hive is not good for the bee. So there you go, it's ethical. I don't have to say anything else. So I've been interested in that lately. Interested in reading and stuff, but mainly I've kind of just been waiting around a little bit. I'm kind of in a liminal space in my life. I think that's the right word. A waiting room, a transition area, because I had a job a little bit ago, and now I'm kind of just waiting to get a new job, if that makes sense. Does it make sense? No, doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm continuing anyway. Sorry, I don't have time to explain that. This video I don't want to make a super long video. I just want to cover everything quickly. So in the meantime, I've been reading and studying stuff and learning and introspecting and talking to family, having some, enjoyable time with family. Where to put this? Enjoyable time with family. And basically just trying to make the most of the time I have. I've been writing a lot on Google Docs, You just type in Google Docs, and then you just open the website, and then you just start typing because you have a cool idea, and you're like, I want to write this down for some reason. I don't know if you've experienced that, you know what I mean. So I've made I'm not going to tell you, actually, it's a private document, but I've made a couple of documents that are quite cool. I actually wrote a 20 to 30 page book that I want to publish, but I don't have the money for the distribution. It's already up. I just need to pay the distribution, and then it'll be available. Anyone can buy it. I don't know if I'm actually going to go through with it. I don't know if it's a good book, but I know how to upload books now, so the day I have an idea for a book that will like be very good, I'm selling that stuff. So that's pretty much my life at the moment. There's not much else to say. I study psychology a lot because it's important to me, and I'm passionate about science and stuff because I'm passionate about science because there's lots of people in my life that are not passionate about science. That's kind of how the social dynamics of the world works. I see people not doing something, and then I decide I'm gonna go do that because, we humans have a tendency to do that, by the way. You can look it up. It's got a name, but I don't know what it is. Basically, we like compensate for each other. We serve the roles that other people aren't serving. Like in family psychology is a good example of that. You'll notice like certain family members tend to adopt a certain role in extreme cases. Different family members serve different roles. There's like a rescuer, a detective, a jester, like a joker. Like people take on roles and stuff. Now, it's not necessarily helpful to be like so extreme that you're only one of those things. Like it should be like people are sometimes this, sometimes that, sometimes this, so it's like equal and balanced and stuff. But anyway, you get the point. So, and I've been learning more about the world religions and it's been very enlightening. Highly recommend. Just like Google stuff about the religions. What's the religion called? Who are the major figures? What did they do? What do the different religions say the world is like? What are the different ethical principles of these different religions? It gives you so much perspective. Well, it gave me so much perspective, because when I didn't know anything about all these different religions, it's like a fog, and it's like you don't know what the world is like, and who's right and this and that. And then finally you go through all the major religions, you figure out what they say, who their major figures are, and then you compare it with science, then you compare it with philosophy, and like you get perspective. And then in real life you develop actual normal everyday knowledge from your own experiences, and then you compare, and then like you just get this clarity, because what's true, what's not true, what's just political, what's not just political, what's accurate to reality, what's just people coming up with ideas that they don't know for sure is true yet. You start recognizing emotional value versus empirical, factual value, they tend to be different. They mingle with each other. That's a weird sentence. Facts and values interact, but not always. Sometimes the values and the facts have like a kind of values exist kind of in their own area, if that makes sense, and emotional values and you know what I mean. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for my life to hit the next stage, Exercise, I've been exercising. I'm struggling to get used to proper intense exercise, but I've been gaining. Hold on. See, it's not bad, I'm not like a bodybuilder or anything, but like I'm getting somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And that level of muscularity on my arm is everywhere on my body now. But I had to eat a lot more. This is something I didn't realize until I watched a YouTube video about it. The video was called like "You Need to Eat More" or something, and it had some muscular guy in the thumbnail or something, and he was explaining like, you might think that you eat a lot, but look at your gains. Like your muscles aren't getting that much bigger. It's because you're not eating. You have to like get chubby a little bit and work out, then your muscles start building. Followed that advice. I started eating more, even though I was feeling like maybe I'm eating too much. I don't know if this is the right idea. it worked out. You have to eat a lot. I'm still working on the exercising a lot, but I'm getting there, as I showed you. 10 minutes now, maybe I should end it. 10 minutes is usually the mark, eh? So, I'm gonna leave it there. That's my life update. I hope it was like informative, if you want to see more like this, if you like this kind of thing and you like hearing me talk about stuff, if you're interested in the stuff I talk about and you want to hear me talk about what I talked about in this video more, I'm not going to do that unless you leave a like. Like, I need feedback, because if I get no likes on this, I'm not making another video like this. You need to leave a like or comment or say something. That being said, thank you for watching. Have a good day, week, month, etc. Goodbye.